But there's always a grade in the Dolphins selections. I can give them episode E on the mic, episode 28. I'm your host E, aka Ethan. Well, today I'm not on Zoom today. I'm on 4K digital on my phone today as we were recording. We're gonna look at the Miami Dolphins draft overall. Who we drafted this year? What did we just draft this year? We just drafted. Well, I'll tell you in just a second. Once more, we about to cover this right now. Fins up first off. If you watch the draft, what a great draft in Cleveland as always. This is new, especially in Cleveland. It's gonna be it was right next to the First Energy Stadium. Shouts to everybody that was on that TikTok live the first night when I gave out those gift cards from Apple Card and GameStop. Appreciate you guys that were there on the live and saw the winners there. Congratulations! Shout out to the touchdown, another Fins fan who won it, and shout out to the garbage TikTok who didn't win it. So without further ado, let's dive into who Miami really selected here. So the number 6 overall, we selected Jaylen Waddle at number 6, wide receiver Alabama. Great selection, although they did took by the wide receiver Kyle Pitts. And Cincinnati took Jamar Chase like a dummy. Cincinnati screwed up there. But I understand the Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase combo. But I think this is gonna be great. This is actually a good wide receiver for Miami, especially when wide receivers are desperately needed help in Miami. We do have wide receivers, but they're always injured. Will Fuller's injured, although he's suspended right now. Walter Parker's always injured. Jakeem, Preston Williams, great add, and especially Tua is familiarized with Jaylen Waddle. Tua has played with Jaylen Waddle at Alabama, so this could be very interesting. And they compared Jaylen Waddle to Tyreek Hill, so interesting note there. So hopefully he can be like that, especially how Miami and Coach Flo loves those special plays, going from like the punter who's now with Buffalo right now, Matt Hack, to our Jakeem Grant or Malcolm Perry trying to throw the ball, things like that. We like to try to throw those trick plays out there, so this is a great ad for Jaylen Waddle, and he can play special teams, could eventually replace Jakeem Grant, so who knows? This is going to be very interesting, but great ad, very speedster. If you remember that play against LSU when Joe Burrow was still at LSU, that man, I don't know how he didn't get a tackle, but he returned that all the way to the touchdown. So good for Miami at number 6. But then we got number 18, our original draft selection. Now we go to Jalen Phillips from the University of Miami. He came from UCLA as well. Great pass rusher. He was athletic. Just needs to work on his penalties, but I think he could do well with Emmanuel Ogbah and on the other side of the line. So great ad for Miami, especially on the edge. We desperately need edge help as well. So first 2 picks, great. What a great first night. Then we move on to the second round. The Broncos stole one of the running backs from North Carolina that everyone thought we were going to select, but the Broncos moved up from the Falcons, trading to that spot to get Carter. So what did I really get? So we got this kid named Jevon Holland from safety, Oregon. Now, people were like, so why do we select him? We could have gotten like a running back that was out there, maybe a offensive tackle. Well, you see, he ain't no ordinary safety. He's a great safety out of Oregon. 9 interceptions last year. Saw some of his film there. And Stanford did pretty well against Stanford last year. And he looked fantastic. He looked like a day 1 starter. So what a great selection. And defensive-minded coach, as always, Brian Flores. So he couldn't pass that up. Excuse me. But then we moved. Then Miami was originally number 50, but we traded all the way to 42 with the Giants. Now you're wondering, what did we just get at 42? Glad you asked. Liam Eichenberg, outside tackle, Notre Dame. Great selection as always. We move Hunt right back to his main position at guard. And he does really good in the pass protection and in the run game. So just gotta fix a few tweaks there and then, but I think he could be a great offensive tackle for Miami moving forward, especially this is going to help Tua on the offense. Remember this, offensive line help, getting that secured, and the running game as always. Now it's going to be very strange once we get to that running back situation problem. But we got that, we got wide receivers for Tua, we're getting some help on the defense. Now you're probably thinking, did we draft a linebacker? No, we didn't draft a linebacker, shockingly. But let's keep on going where we're going. So into the round 3, this is like our last selection of day 2. Now everyone was expecting, okay, this is it. The running back position right here, right now. The Miami Dolphins actually select a tight end, Hunter Long. Now, I was like everybody else. I was questioning at the TV, like, is this really what we selected? A tight end when we could have got a running back? But then I think about it, I was like, wait a minute. We needed help on the blocking game. Mike Gesicki's a great tight end, but he's just not that great at blocking as well. Now, if we can get Hunter Long to be a great blocker, and also the catch is, he is a good catcher as well. So this is definitely a big key to replace Smythe. Well, I probably mispronounced, but Smith, especially since he can catch. He's not a fast runner, but he can catch. The man got 57 catches last year with Boston College, over 1,000 yards last year. So great selection there. When I thought about it twice, because I was like everybody, I was like, why? Why did we pick a tight end? Because I even shouted it out. I was like, why? But I look back and it's like, wait, we need a blocker. So great selection. And the day 2. So we ended with the safety, outside tackle, and then we ended off with a tight end for offense. Again, another key blocker, possibly for the running game and for Tua's protection. Now we go to day 3. Originally, we had a selection at round 5, 156, but we traded away to the Steelers for the next year's selection, which Chris Greer and Brian Flores says we couldn't pass that on. It was too much of a great deal, is what they say, for next year's draft. So, and that's round 5. Now we're going to the round 7. There are only 2 selections left for Miami. This one, outside tackle out of UMass. We got Learn Coleman. Learn Coleman. I think I like this selection, of course. Once again, another outside tackle can compete in the line. Again, once again, moving Hunt in case the other guy named Liam Eichenberg doesn't make it through. If he can make it through, can help push right back to his main position. So this is gonna be another great move for Miami, getting more depth into the O-line. And then our last selection in the draft from Cincinnati, a running back, Dokes. Love the man. Cincinnati was a great team last year in college. I love how his running game went, and the whole team Cincinnati. They almost beat Georgia in the bowl game, but Georgia kicked the field goal for the win. But the senior out of Cincinnati is definitely going to be a great selection in the running game. Now, does that mean that he's going to be a day 1 starter? I don't know. He's got to work his way up there. Round 7 pick. Got to work his way up there. I think it's a clear running for Myles Gaskin to get the starting job. But there's also Malcolm Brown in the mix as well. So it's very interesting. But Myles Gaskin, I think, is safe for as of right now for the running game as well. The only consideration I have is we didn't select a linebacker, which was kind of odd. We did need a linebacker as well. Of course, we had Andrew Van Ginkel, Jerome Baker, the recently added from the Houston Texans as well. But I felt like we could have got like maybe somewhere in the round. Maybe if we had kept the 5th round selection, we could have selected a linebacker. That could have been great. But just from looking at our undrafted free agents, I don't think we got nobody that was a linebacker as well. So that doesn't really help our situation there. But there's always a grade in the Dolphins selections. I can give them an A-. I think this is a great. The first 5 was actually great. Jaylen Waddle, Jalen Phillips. You got Jevon Holland, Eichenberg for protection, safety. Then you got Hunter Long, again, the blocking as well. So I love that. And the last 2 selection, again, helping protect Tua. And the running game, adding depth to the running back charts. I think that's a great move for Miami. The only difference is, the only reason why we're not going to get that A+, I still wish they still get that linebacker. I was almost going to think of B+. I almost thought of that because of the linebacker issue, or that running backs that were still available in round 3. But I think I love the selections here. It just depends how they play out, especially when we selected Jaylen Waddle that was one originally the Houston selection, but we got Jaylen Waddle. So that's gonna be a very interesting part for Miami to see when the training camp starts and into the season. But that will conclude the Dolphins draft analysis, the recap of the NFL draft. I'm E on the mic, aka Ethan, and I'll see you the next time on the next episode. It'll be a special guest, so stay tuned. Until then, see you then.